Whether you're a podcaster, a YouTuber, or a writer, or work in any sort of creative field, keeping a commonplace journal or book can be extremely beneficial. Or if you just want to be able to remember more of the wisdom that you encounter in what you read or what you listen to, keeping a commonplace book can be really useful for helping you do that. Today, I'm going to be sharing 5 different methods for keeping a commonplace journal so that you can find the method that works best for you. Hi, welcome to Gently Being. My name's Kim. Just briefly, a commonplace book or journal is a space where you keep the phrases and wisdom that you come across in either what you read or what you listen to, and you want to keep all that knowledge, all that wisdom, all that inspiration in one place, be it a book or multiple books or some of the other methods that I'm going to be sharing with you. I've time-stamped the video down below so that you can easily move around to the different methods to see what works best for you. Before sharing the different methods, I just wanted to share a brief way in which I keep some of the wisdom that I come across. So it's often through what I'm reading that I will mark up a book just with little asterisks and little lines to return to those passages at a later date, to then take those passages and move them into my commonplace book or my commonplace journal. There are a couple different ways to go about keeping your commonplace book or journal. One is just to keep it ongoing throughout your life, to collect the wisdom, to collect the inspiration, so you always have it available to you. But you also may want to start to keep one if you're dealing with a specific project that you know you want to have the research close at hand. Now on to the methods. The first way to keep a commonplace journal is the most traditional way, which is to transfer the wisdom and the inspiration that you come across into a journal or a notebook. You can use any size notebook, anything that you find will work best for you. Then what you want to do is, after you've completed a book, give yourself some space and some time to then transcribe the phrases, the wisdom, the quotes that you want to keep, that you know you're going to want to return to. Perhaps they're just ideas that you're going to want to meditate on more later. There's no right way or wrong way to keep a commonplace book, and it's really important to remember that. You never know when a phrase or a quote may really speak to you, so you don't always have to think of a specific project. It's just keeping things that you know you may want to return to. And having the notebook is a really great way to just have this ongoing throughout your life. Some practical tips for keeping a notebook as your commonplace journal. You're going to want to leave a few blank pages at the start of your book, and that's because you can use that as a table of contents. So for instance, when I keep my commonplace books and journals, I tend to transcribe things a book at a time. So then in the table of contents, I'm able to write the author and the name of the book, and then what pages within my commonplace journal that book and author are represented. Another tip is to make sure that you also keep some blank pages at the back of your book. And this is because you're going to want to be able to create an appendix. And by doing that, you're able to write the themes that appear within your book and the wisdom that you're keeping within your book. So for example, you may have quotes that have to do with the theme of peace, and then you have different quotes that have to do with love, friendship. You're able to write those themes out and then write down what pages quotes that feature those themes appear on. I find this useful in the book form because it also allows you to categorize quotes into more than one category, because a lot of times you may come across a quote that fits into more than one category. It's up to you for how long the quotes are that you want to save. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. So write out the amount of the quote that inspires and teaches and informs you and gives you something to meditate on. You don't necessarily just have to keep really short quotes or just really long quotes. It's what's really speaking to you. Method number 2 is another popular method, and it is the note card method. So with this one, you want to get some index cards, and you'll write the quotes, the wisdom, what you want to keep, one quote per card. And then you're going to want to have a box that you keep all your quotes stored in. I like the idea of having vintage recipe boxes to keep them in. Or you may find that you need something bigger, or you could really just have a collection of recipe boxes. The note card method is one that is rather popular when a person is dealing with a really specific big project. That could be working on a new book or an essay, whether it be a written essay or a video essay. This may be because it is a method that allows you to retrieve the quotes rather quickly and easily. Some tips for keeping the note card system is you may want to buy some index cards with tabs so that you're able to write the themes at the top of the tab and easily be able to go through the box that's keeping your note cards. Or alternatively, if you really know the project you're working on and the themes that you're looking for, you may want to buy a set of cards that are in different colors, and each color could represent a theme, and you keep them all together within the box, again making it easier for you to retrieve those quotes when you need them. Another way to keep a commonplace book or journal is to use a binder. And this is a wonderful way for being able to constantly add to the book and to once again find an easy way to separate the quotes and the ideas into themes. So with the binder, you're just going to want to fill it with some pages of paper, and you can always clip things out that you want to keep into it and paste them, and again transcribe some quotes that you come across. And then it would be really beneficial to get some tabs that can go in your journal so that you can write the themes once again and easily separate the themes within your binder so that you can find them when you need them. Or alternatively, maybe you're more focused on authors and you could break it up by author if you like. But a binder could be a really wonderful way for just always being able to add to the book as you go, and you could even turn it into a bit more of a scrapbook if that's something that speaks to you. The next idea is to keep a digital form of a commonplace book or a commonplace journal, and you could use whatever note-taking app that you like best. It could even just be as simple as the notepad and just keeping tabs of the wisdom that you come across. This can be really beneficial for people who are really on the go or on their computers a lot. And the last idea is to keep an audio commonplace book or audio commonplace journal. And this really came to me when I was dealing with some carpal tunnel, which I still am dealing with, and I couldn't really pick up a pen to do writing because of the discomfort that it was creating. And it made me think of alternative ways to be able to keep that commonplace book. And one way could be to make it an audio form. You could do this into your phone or any sort of audio recording device, and then just keep a file of having all that inspiration at your fingertips and for your ears. And you'll just want to make sure that you mark down the name of the author and the book. And again, you could sort them into files that have to do with the themes. And this is a way to keep a commonplace book or journal if writing isn't something that you really enjoy doing or aren't able to do, but still want to be able to keep that treasure trove of wisdom in some way. And some final tips on commonplace journaling is to remember that it doesn't just have to be things that you've read. Perhaps you'll hear some wisdom in some audiobooks, or if you listen to podcasts, or anything that you come across that you know you want to keep, that you know is something that will inspire you, challenge you, or just as wisdom that you really want to hold close. You can put that into your commonplace journal. And remember, there's no right way, no wrong way. You just have to find the method that works best for you. I hope this video inspired you to keep the commonplace book or journal that works best for in your life. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hit the bell so you always know when there's a new video. Thanks so much for spending time with Gently Being.